Okay, let's talk about that moment. You know the one? You're waiting for a video to load, or maybe your food delivery app is spinning for just an extra 3 seconds, and you feel this flash of pure, irrational rage. It's like a 200 millisecond lag is a personal declaration of war against your time. But here's the weird part. Why? We live in 2026. We have reached the peak of what I call the frictionless UI of reality. Almost every obstacle has been smoothed over. No more waiting in lines, no more maps that don't talk back, no more physical effort required to survive the day. But I'll be honest, when I look at my perfectly automated life, I don't feel freed. I feel like a ghost in a sensory deprivation tank. We've optimized our lives so much that there's nothing left to push against. It's eerie, right? Does this resonate with you? Or am I just overthinking that weird hollow feeling we all get after a day where everything went exactly right, without us having to lift a finger? Because if this is the dream, why does it feel like we're slowly disappearing into the background noise of our own convenience? To understand why we feel so fake, we have to go back, way back. There's a word the ancient Greeks used, agonia. Now, in 2026, we hear agony and think of a hospital bed or a bad breakup. But originally, agon meant a public contest. It was the energy of the Olympic Games. It wasn't about pain. It was about the focused electric struggle of a person testing their limits against a resistance. The Spanish philosopher Miguel de Unamuno grabbed this word in 1912 and dropped a truth bomb. Life isn't a state of being. It's a continuous contest with yourself. Think about it like this. If you pour water onto a flat frictionless surface, it just spreads out until it's invisible. It has no shape. But if you put it in a container, something that resists it gains form. Unamuno argued that without the container of struggle, our personality literally evaporates. We become liquid people, taking the shape of whatever algorithm we're poured into. You aren't you because of your favorite Netflix shows. You are you because of what you choose to push against. If you delete the friction, you accidentally delete the self. This brings us to the ultimate tough love philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche. This guy was basically the world's most intense life coach. He once said something that makes most modern people want to report him to HR. He said, "To those human beings who are of any concern to me, I wish suffering, desolation, and sickness." Wait, what? That sounds sociopathic, right? But stay with me. Nietzsche's point was that the 72-degree climate-controlled life is actually a cage. If you never face the winter of the soul, your character never hardens. You stay soft. You stay fake. We've been told that the goal of progress is total ease, but Nietzsche realized that comfort is a form of existential deprivation. We think we want to be happy, but what we actually crave is to feel the weight of our own existence. We want to feel gravity. I'll admit, when I first read Nietzsche's wish for his friends, I had to put the book down for an hour. It's uncomfortable, but it's also the most freeing thing I've heard all year. It means your struggles aren't bugs in the system. They're the only things making you real. We don't need another life hack to make things easier. We need to realize that the hard parts are the only parts where we're actually awake. So how do we fix this without moving to a cabin in the woods and throwing our phones in a lake? We start a revolution of voluntary inconvenience. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's backed by science, specifically a principle called hormesis. This is the biological idea that low-dose stressors, like cold, heat, or intense physical effort, actually trigger cellular repair. Your body needs resistance to stay healthy, and so does your soul. Try a manual ritual. Tomorrow morning, don't just tap a screen for coffee. Grind the beans by hand, feel the resistance, smell the dust, re-engage your senses in a world that wants to numb them. Or follow the social friction rule. If a conversation feels awkward or difficult, don't hide behind a perfectly drafted AI text. Have it in person. Choose the social exoskeleton of real, messy, unscripted human interaction. Every time you choose the harder physical path, taking the stairs, walking in the rain for 2 minutes without an umbrella, you aren't just being productive. You're voting for your own existence. You're telling the Matrix that you still have a body and it still knows how to fight. Here's the final synthesis. Comfort is a sensory vacuum. It feels good for a second, but it leaves you empty. Struggle, on the other hand, is the very substance of your personality. It's the grain in the wood. It's the texture of your life. We spend so much energy looking for the path of least resistance, forgetting that the path of least resistance usually leads to the void. So here's my challenge for you today. Pick up a heavy object, have the awkward conversation, choose the manual way just once. Not because you have to, but because it's the only way to prove you aren't a ghost. You are a person, and you're here to be tested. What's one thing you'd tell your past self about this? Or better yet, what's one hard thing you've started doing that actually made you feel more alive? I'm genuinely curious to hear if you've found your own agonia. Stop looking for ease. Start looking for yourself. I'll see you in the arena.